You have to look for way to get your room and board and meals. And she told me to think because she didn't have the money. I think she really wanted me to think. And I came up with an idea of selling newspapers to the professors at the campus. So I remember I used to wake up early morning around 4 and then get the papers from the outlets, go around the university. I used to just run and slide the papers under the doors. And at the end of the month, I was giving them bills, and they were paying me. It went on like that for about 2.5 years, and the university closed the gates. They told me, for security reasons, they told me nobody is allowed to enter the university or to move around the university before 6. And if I continued to work after 6, it was going to conflict with my lectures. So I had to think about something else. And at the Mother Church in 98, I forgot to tell you is that I met many different people, but among the people I met, there was a student called David Maxwell. And he came to visit me the following year in 99, and he brought me a computer. And so I was teaching myself how to use a computer. Together with Nancy, she was helping me. So when the university stopped me from selling the papers, I said, why don't I use this to do something? So I came up with an idea of typing students' courseworks, and so that they can pay me and raise money. So what I did is to rent a 2-roomed house outside the university. And I was using the behind room to sleep in and the front room to type students' work. And it was really working for me. People were bringing in their work. They used to come in a big number. I remember I'd placed a bench. They used to sit in a line and watch me when I'm typing. And I didn't like it. They were always looking at me and they were making me uncomfortable. So I had to think about something to divert their attention. And that's why I came up with the idea of bringing in Christian Science literature so that they can read and as I'm typing to divert their attention. And it didn't work because they were always asking me questions, and every time I was typing they were asking, and I said this is not going to work. So what I did is to hire somebody to type when I'm explaining the people. And he also got interested. Actually, he's the first reader of our church today. The person I hired to type. He was always listening. And it went on like this. It was so exciting. People were coming in and I was explaining to them. And I remember sleeping, always going to sleep, feeling happy about it. And then I was thinking, what about those students who are not bringing in their work? So I wanted to also attract them to the reading room, which had actually turned into a reading room, my business center. And this is the time when Nancy Dosso was leaving the country to go back to the US, and she gave me all her textbooks. So what I did is to create a section in the reading room for the academic textbooks. So students were coming in the reading room for the textbooks, but they were finding Christian Science literature, and always my attention was on the Christian Science literature. So they were seeing me talking to people who were interested in Christian Science literature, and they were also coming, joining. And it was really so exciting because now by this time I had developed a team, people who had already known how to explain, and they were helping me, and always it was full. And I was thinking about the people who were staying in that community because these were most of the students who were coming in, and I wanted them also to come. And I was thinking about it, but I didn't want to stand on the road to call people, and I came up with an idea of a telephone booth. So in Uganda, not everybody has a phone. So a telephone booth was a big thing for them. And people were very happy. Even those who were passing along the road, they used to see the phone and they could come in to make a call. And then they see people in the reading room and they were like, what's going on here? And they used to enter, and then we talked to them, and it was so exciting.